Thomas Carlyle once said that I've got a great ambition to die from exhaustion rather than boredom. Maybe this election has you exhausted. Maybe it's a lot to take in right now, and I don't blame you. But I can't help but wonder how Elon Musk is feeling right now and how he's doing amidst all of this. He's still trying to lead humanity forward and accelerate the mission to sustainable energy. Hi, I'm Jonathan, and I don't own a Tesla, but I do own Tesla stock. I'm not here to give you financial advice, but I do want to help you learn a little bit more about this innovative company called Tesla. Of course, we're going to go over some daily tweets in the Tesla community, and so let's see what the smart people over there are saying today. Our first tweet comes from JPR007. He says BMW will realign its strategy and begin developing a unique architecture solely for electric drives rather than sharing the same platform for vehicles currently using both battery and conventional gas and diesel powertrains. So it's really difficult to track what legacy automakers are doing these days, because one day they're saying they're giving up, the next day they're partnering with someone else, now they're saying they're creating their own version of something. It's just really hard to track. And JPR007 says that over the past decade, the auto industry has gone back and forth on the appropriate approach to developing electrified vehicles, whether it's pure battery, hybrids, etc. So you might notice that there's Volkswagen e-Golfs, there's the Ford Focus that's electric, but then you have BMW with their i8, which was kind of a hybrid, and an i3. It's just back and forth. So the biggest problem with BMW being back and forth is that they're going to be ill-prepared. They're going to be reactive rather than proactive. Furthermore, the biggest message that BMW seems to be saying is their timeline, which is 2025. This may be coming in line with when China wants to go 20% EVs. It means they're already behind Volkswagen, they're behind Tesla, and by that time, they're going to be far behind other Chinese automakers as well. This next tweet comes from the Drive Tesla Canada community. They say that Tesla touchless test drives coming to Richmond, Nanaimo, Victoria, and Abbotsford, BC. Now, this tweet isn't the biggest news, but as a Canadian, I am always interested in seeing what Tesla is doing north of the border. I personally live in Toronto, and so we do have the option of having these test drives, and so seeing the West Coast have this opportunity as well is very cool. So next, Gary Black tweets that Tesla is asymmetry with either Trump or Biden victory and Republican Senate. Biden victory allows President of the United States Biden to propose EV tax credit, passage in-house, and approved in-house Senate reconciliation. Trump win with Republican Senate implies no change, faster stimulus, no lockdown, and no tax hike. So in this particular tweet, Gary's talking about how either presidential candidates can actually unlock Tesla's growth potential. It doesn't matter who necessarily wins. Of course, it matters in the grand scheme of things, but for Tesla, both outcomes actually benefit Tesla in the long run. If Biden wins, then there's more energy-friendly laws and incentives to help Tesla out. If Trump wins, then there's pretty much a status quo, and hopefully they're able to pass through another stimulus, no lockdowns, which also again helps Tesla in their production of vehicles. So our next tweet comes from Moneyball, and he tweets that Luo Yang to add 9.5 thousand public EV charging piles by 2022 as it aims at 6-to-1 vehicle to public pile ratio. The city plans to add piles on 130 gas stations and build 7 charging swap taxi stations with over 1,000 piles in 3 years reported added. So we previously looked at China and how they're actually really good at putting their money where their mouth is. In this particular tweet, they're actually showing how they're going to invest into their infrastructure, not just simply saying that they will. We know by 2035, they're hoping to be fully EV or hybrid fleet. So it only makes sense that they're going to invest into the infrastructure to support that in the future. And our final tweet of today comes from Eva Fox. She says, Tesla insurance could surprise market with potential of hundreds of billions of annual revenue. Now she's tweeting an article on Tasmanian blog, which actually references Stephen Mark Ryan and how he breaks down the Tesla insurance business. The good thing about Stephen is that he actually makes things really easy to understand. And he's really shown that the math isn't all that complex. And in a bigger picture, it's actually really easy to see how this would work. The really cool about this insurance business is that it actually increases revenue overall for Tesla, but also completes a circular way of their economy. For instance, when you actually damage your car regularly, you have to take it to a retail auto shop and they have to repair it at retail prices. However, if you damage a Tesla, they can repair things at cost, which is a lower cost to the consumer, and also it's a lower cost to Tesla. Now what's really cool is it also gives Tesla incentive to make their vehicles safer. As their vehicles become safer, then their premiums can go down or their margins go up. So think about this, there's an incentive to make Tesla vehicles safer. It is in Tesla's best interest that people drive their cars. If Tesla wants to get into the insurance business, What they're really getting to the business of is data and risk. Essentially, insurance is just understanding how much the risk to paying out a claim is and mitigating that. If Tesla gets into the insurance business, it's actually incentivized to make their cars more safe, which benefits us, the drivers. And as the vehicles become safer, then it's going to incentivize us to continue driving the vehicle and buying their insurance because it's cheaper, which then feeds into their AI and feeds into their data. And again, it completes this beautiful loop. I hope that made sense. It makes sense in my head. It's just a little bit of a big picture view of what Tesla is trying to do with their insurance. So that's a wrap up for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.